Okay, thank you everybody for joining us
Can't hear
this
Alan.
evening for our final Zoom update for the FANHS National Conference next week. Oh my goodness, starts next week. And for a lot of you, if you've never been to a FANHS conference, it's going to be a treat. And we're going to try to make it worth your while. My name is Alan Bergano, and I am the co-founder, along with Edwina Bergano, of the FANHS Hampton Roads chapter over here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And traditionally, when we start our Zoom sessions, I would like to ask for a moment of silence. Let's bow our heads. And think of those that are not here tonight, especially those who left the Philippines, who come to America, who put a roof over our heads, food in our stomachs, and to provide us opportunities that were denied to them. Thank you. And since a lot of you guys don't know what FANHS now is, and I'm not going to explain it, I'll put it in the chat. There's a definition there somewhere, and also our very, very first program. Essentially, we developed as a result from the cancellation of the Hawaii conference back, was that 2020? And so we said, okay, let's do a conference Zoom-wise. And I have no clue what Zoom is. I had no idea. And I just said, okay, we'll try and do something. And I tell you, it's been a learning experience. It's still a learning experience, but I had a great team who took the time out, because I don't know nothing about some of this stuff here, but I had to learn. And so we took a chance, and that first program you see there, the FANHS Now Community Dialogue, that's a 3-day program we put together. That was our first attempt. And now I kind of reviewed it this morning, and I said, oh my God, we've come a long ways, but hey, you know, that's our first shot. At least we're out there swimming. And then later on down here on the third line on the chat, it says, we are FANHS. That's a pretty good program we did there, a 3-hour program. You have Auntie Dorothy in there. You get to hear her about some of the comments on the past conferences. So you get an idea as far as how, not necessarily how long we've been together, but you just get a taste of what we've been through. Oh, the great Emil Guillermo's here. Hey, Emil. Anyway, let's get started. I'm going to share screen. Okay. Now I have to ask the question. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, here's our agenda for this evening. We're going to talk about, I'm going to have Barbara Bergano, the conference chair, kind of update us on this stuff here, on the COVID, WOVA, and then we'll go over the scheduled events. And what we try to do at FANHS Now is we try to do all our meetings in 1 hour. So we'll try to keep it that way, but because this is a very special update, and we'll probably go a little bit over, but we'll try to do the best we can. We got a real good crowd here, and everybody's very forgiving. So I feel a lot of love. This is family. So Barbara, can you give us an update there on the COVID protocol?
Well, I didn't get the update because I didn't know you wanted me to give you an update. I just know that we're down now. We were at a high level towards like the beginning of July and the middle of July, but now we've kind of went down to a medium. So the cases aren't as large as it was before. But still, the protocol for here in Seattle and at Seattle University is face mask, social distancing, but face masking at least, you know, inside a building, like in our classrooms, we have to make sure they'll be wearing masks. So bring a mask. If you don't have a mask, we have some extras that we got donated from Virginia Mason Hospital. And we have some sanitizers that'll be available for people. You know, we're just trying to make sure that people are going to be protected at all times. The classrooms, the large classrooms will hold about 47 to 48 people. We have to like make sure that we're at 75% on all the classrooms. The small classrooms fit about 25 to 30 people. So we have to make sure that they're at 75% also. We have monitors that are going to be monitoring that to make sure that the right amount of people are in the classrooms. If you can't get into the classrooms, you can always go into Whova, which is it's an application that you can attach to, or you actually you'll get access to. I don't know, you guys may have access to it right now.
No.
No, you don't have it? Okay. Well, maybe tonight. Anyways, if you're enrolled in the conference, you have automatically access into Whova. It's an application that we added on to the Zoom portion of our conference when we're going hybrid. And right now, what we did upload into Whova was the conference schedule. There you will see what some of the content, who's at the opening plenary, some of the descriptions of the sessions, who the presenters are, what time the concurrent sessions are. So people get an idea. So when they come to Seattle, they can map out which sessions they want to go to. So that's the Whova app. The application was actually used in New York, and so we're using it here in Seattle.
Good. Do you have any like rough numbers as far as how many registered and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, the last count we had, and was like we had 381 had registered. There's probably a little bit more than that, but we had to close registrations. The only thing that is open right now are 1 and 2 day sessions plus virtual. I think we're close to like 50 or 60 people who are on virtual right now, and then the rest are like face to face.
Whoa. Well, I tell you, people, this is going to be a challenge. This is the first time we're going to go live. We're going to go virtual. We're going to go hybrid. Expect a lot of glitches. Okay, that's all I can tell you.
I have a question about Whova.
Yeah, I have
I have a question for Barbara
Yeah.
about Whova. Is it time for questions?
Not yet.
Who's asking a question? I can't see you. Was that you, Luna? Or I see Betty has her
Yes,
hand.
me.
Yeah.
Can you hear
I
me?
don't know why I can't my video. Oh, there I am.
Hang on. Okay, Betty, go ahead. I saw your hand first. Go ahead.
Okay, the question I have is, do I have to download the Whova first, or can I just wait until I get a link from?
You will get an email message from Whova, and then you end up, because then you'll get into our program. I believe that's how it works. And then you can download the app.
Oh, okay. And then with the things that are going to be listed on Whova, the sessions, those are only going to be the ones that I can access through Whova, right? It's not good, because I realize that you're not going to be taping all of the sessions.
Well, that's a change. We had round tables that was in Campion Ballroom, the huge ballroom. We couldn't tape all of those. But what happened was some of the presenters didn't register in time, and so they got cut. They were able to move some of the roundtable discussions from Campion Ballroom and into classrooms. So we have mostly all of our sessions now, with the exception of the films. We're not going to be, with the exception of films, they are going to be Zoomed. The only sessions that we can't. No, I think that's it. I think we'll be able to do that. We're picking up the equipment hopefully by Monday. And yeah, I think all of the sessions then will be actually recorded.
Just to be clear, Barbara, you said that we would be getting an email.
Yeah.
I registered, but all I got was confirmation about my registration, but nothing regarding. HUVA.
Yeah, Jerry is working, and the reason why the plan was to have it, you know, in HUVA now. But we're waiting for the final version of the schedule. And the reason is that we finally got the room numbers from Seattle University. And I think the program committee was going to put the room numbers in the schedule, in the conference schedule, so you know what room there are in. Now, the challenge is because we don't know what people will gravitate to. We don't know if, because I have 4 large classrooms and I have 3 medium small classrooms. So it's a guess, like which session we're going to assign to which room, because we don't know how people are going to respond to the sessions. We might have to move rooms, but anyways, the thing is, we finally got the rooms numbers at Piggott Hall, where the sessions will be located. So they're just program committee is working with that right now, and then we should have a final schedule this week. And hopefully you guys will have access to HUVA by then, so you can play with it. That's the plan. That's what we're planning. That's the okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun, Barb.
You know, and then the thing is, it's like, it's going to be all a learning experience, you know, and so be patient, you know, be patient with us. I mean, what's really good is, like, if you gave us feedback, we'll have some evaluations, I guess, like during and off and on, but, you know, I'm very open to feedback, what you know, we can learn from this, and who knows what situation we're going to be in, you know, in Houston, if we're still COVID, you know, you got to be COVID ready. I learned a lot, you know, from this conference and running a hybrid conference. Very, very challenging. Very, very, very challenging.
Yeah, because I believe we're gonna have like 7 concurrent sessions going on at the same time, correct, Barb?
Yeah, that's right.
And so you'll have a lot of stuff to choose from, and HUVA is going to be a big help. But the good thing is everything will be recorded. So if you miss it, a session, you'll be able to catch it either on HUVA, or I don't know where Arnell is, but he would describe how that thing is going to be stored. But it will be recorded.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to have it available, you know, for the next 3 months after the conference. What I understand is that once that we record the session, it processes. And so we're gonna, what Arnell wants to do is, like, you know, make some edits to it, like cut out, you know, whatever stuff that doesn't look, gaps or whatever, and make it so it's continuous, and then make it available. So, like, if you wanted to see a session that was earlier that morning and it's in the afternoon, maybe that's what you want to see instead of going to a session, you know, the next day. So there's a lot, there's just a lot of options that you can do. So it's going to be quite interesting. We're going to be testing our equipment to see once we get the equipment. That'll be sometime next week. I do have an appointment with Seattle University on the 10th, just to do a walkthrough. All of the technicians are going to be working on our conference to make sure everything works right, all the equipment's right. Yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared and kind of excited. But because I've never done anything like this before in my life. And so I really want to get feedback from everyone who at least goes on it. And I think it'd be very helpful, you know, just to help everyone else who goes through a process like this, how we can make it better. And I just want to give kudos to Hampton Roads chapter for their help in our conference, especially Arnell Custodio. He's been a tremendous help. My brothers did a really good job putting a Seattle tour together, along with Leonard Luna and Seattle chapter. They've been working together to make sure that you guys have a taste of Seattle too. get a part of the history together. The Indopino community in Bainbridge Island has been very gracious enough to share some of the history, which I'm very personally very interested in, and it kind of hits me down the heart. So it has been a tremendous effort by a lot of different people who made this possible.
Yeah, Barb, we all got your back, okay, sis? We all got your back. And if you drop dead or whatever, I'll revive you. Don't worry, we got you. One of the things too is we will be calling, not just calling on volunteers like to help run the sessions. Like we'll need like timekeepers and that kind of stuff. And if you get tapped on the shoulder to help out, please, please, please help. One of the things is that you will be having some sessions we'll have like two or three speakers in there, and you're limited to 20 minutes. Limited to 20 minutes. Who was that? Was that me? I heard an echo. Anyway, whew. So I'm gonna do a little thing here so that for those that are timekeepers, this is how we're gonna do it, okay? If you got 1 minute left, I want you to do this. Okay? So the speaker will know you got 1 minute. Now, if there's 10 seconds left, it's this. Okay? And when you get cut off, the timekeeper is going to stand up and start clapping. And everybody will stand up at the same time. You all clap. Okay? That's recorded. That's how we're going to be timekeepers. We're all going to be timekeepers. We're going to be all in unison.
I think a better suggestion would be if someone would put
Don't
up.
work on it, Leonard. I'm just trying to fill in the gaps here. Okay?
I know, but if you put up a piece of paper that says 5 minutes.
It ain't
that
gonna
would
work,
give the
man.
person-
It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Anyway, moving on.
All right.
Any more questions before we move on?
Well, wait, hang on just a second. Luna, you had a question earlier. Did you get your question answered?
I think it was about the Hoover, and I think
Okay.
it was answered
Okay,
about the emails. Yeah. we're
okay, all right. Okay, all right.
Okay. Can people see this? The tour of Seattle? Yes, no, hello?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. This is not finalized yet because we're still trying to work out some of the kinks here, but everything, that's the one thing that you have to understand. Everything is, what do you call it? Not really final. You have to be kind of susceptible to changes, but this is about 90% down, okay? And what we're gonna do here is, we already sold out, by the way, the conference. We already got 30 people signed. We're a little bit over 30, but keep on registering because what happens is that some people will kind of drop out. Some people won't have the money because you're gonna have to pay up when you get on this bus because this is Leonard Luna's money and he wants his money. So keep on signing up. There's a wait list out there, so just keep signing up. And for those that made it to 30, wow, you guys are in for a good show here. Maria Battiola, I don't know if she's here, but she'll be our tour guide. You're gonna have lunch, $3 for lunch over at the IDIC, which is the International Drop-In Center, which was in Chinatown or in the ID. Now they're at the Beacon Hill, and that's our senior citizens type of thing. And the meals, oh, unbelievable. Very, very healthy, that kind of stuff. But we're gonna start congregating at Bellarmine Hall at 8:30. That's when you'll start coming in, check in, pay your money. We're gonna introduce each other because we're gonna be riding that dang bus, for the whole day. So a little, what do you call it? Time to socialize. because the people that are on that bus, I looked at the list and I said, oh my goodness, you're gonna have people from Texas, Hawaii, all over the country.
So
Young,
Alan, isn't it a van instead of a bus?
it's just 30. I don't know. I don't know. They just said 30. I thought it was a, go ahead, Leonard. I don't know what kind of ride that
It's
is.
a mini coach bus. And the thing is, since you and Maria are gonna be there, there's only actually 28 seats left.
Oh, I'm not gonna be in there.
Oh, you're not?
No, and Maria is gonna stand.
Oh, okay. Well, for safety reasons, then we just have to make sure that they'll squeeze in.
Okay,
Everybody wearing a mask. And also, before they get on the bus, they have to sign 2 papers, one for SU and one for FANHS, about a hold harmless clause.
okay, good. And I think you guys received this in the email, but in case you guys don't know, all that blue stuff you see there, those are hyperlinks. Okay, so you click on that, you're gonna get the site, you'll get the address, you'll get the whole deal. Arnell taught me this during last year. These are hyperlinks. And like, for example, in the ID, we will not be able to cover all that. You know, the Filipino kiosks, Carlos Pulisan, Uncle Bob's, Santos, and Wing Luke. But I put it down there so in case you want to go on your own to visit these other places, there you go. They're right there. So we start off with Uncle Fred over at Calvary. Spend a little bit of time there, bring flowers, say a few words. And this is up in the north end. Then we go down to the ID, the International District. These are the 4 sites that are selected on behalf, well, Cindy Domingo and Maria Batiola are the ones that chose those. I moved out of Seattle 40 years ago, so I'm gonna be a tourist, so I didn't even know about this stuff. So that's why I really appreciated their help to compile this whole thing. After that, we go south down to the ID. International Drop-In Center. My screen, I can't go down. International Drop-In Center, which started back in 1971. Auntie Dolly Castillo, Peter Bacho's mom. It's a very important entity that caters to our elderly. Then we're going to go to the FCC. I would really like to see that because you're going to have like murals and stuff that I have not seen. The last time I saw the community center, spent time there, it's a converted bowling alley. And it was very simple, but it was a gathering place. And it's home to a lot of the Filipino Americans in Seattle, but I'm looking forward to even seeing that on the side. Then we'll go down to Pinoy Hill. You'll be able to see, we'll cruise by Pinoy Hill, which is at Seward Park, then take a leisurely drive up Lake Washington Boulevard, Lake Washington, wind up at Jose Rizal Bridge and Park, where you'll be able to get the one of the iconic views of the city of Seattle. It's a very historic place where our first generation, Uncle Vic and Uncle Trinidad Rojo, they're the ones that led that movement to leave a symbol that Filipino Americans are here in Seattle. And this is a very key location here because north-south is I-5, that's the freeway, north-south. That's the only one that runs on the West Coast is north-south. What runs east-west is I-90. And very close to that intersection is Jose Rizal Bridge and Park. So that's pretty cool. Moving on, let's see. Well, that's basically the tour. These are the people that we will be meeting. There's Cindy Landon Andres Armalito Pangilinan, Are you here? Are you guys here? Landon? Okay, anyway, these are new people that I don't even know. So I'm kind of, and that's a new generation of people. They're probably in their 30s and 40s, you know. So I'm looking forward to meeting them. And that's the tour. Questions? Okay, good. Moving on. We're going to roughly go through the what we've gotten so far. I'm pretty sure this has changed, but this will give you an idea of some of the sessions, some of the topics that you'll be able to check out. This is day one. You start off with the open plenary. Barbara's going to do a welcome address. Guest speaker is Rosie Rimondo, who I believe she's an Indopina. Barb?
Yeah, Independent, yeah.
Okay. Then you could see that here's session one. I'll just kind of scroll down there. You guys can probably read faster than I could talk, but it's just amazing some of the topics. There are a lot of new faces or names or even the topics are pretty cool. Going down, that's session one. That's about what, seven different rooms there, Barb? I lost count. Then you have lunch on your own. Pick it in the afternoon. You got that. Luna, there's you. Stories from the Campo. Oh, but you're going to be virtual. I hope.
Yeah, it is virtual. We're supposed to get a separate list, aren't we, for virtual
I don't
only?
know. I just saw
That's
you
what-
and said V.
I think that's what Arnell said, or somebody said,
Okay.
because we don't need a room.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, okay, good. So you're gonna be totally virtual then. Okay. Yeah, you won't need a room.
Yeah,
Okay.
hey, we're gonna miss you, Luna.
I know, but you'll see me.
Oh,
I will be there.
I think that's gonna
hopefully-
be really cool, be virtual like that.
Barbara, explain to me
Yeah.
though, for virtual, where do people go to be virtual? I mean, where do they go to watch the virtual session?
You can be anywhere. You could be anywhere.
It's on the Uber.
No, I got that, Alan. Okay,
You could be in the cafeteria. You could be outside if it's a nice day. You could
Okay.
be, inside a Pickett auditorium with earphones on if you want and watch a session there, and then even watch a session on Hoover. So, I mean,
Okay.
it's gonna be interesting how people are going to behave in this whole experience.
so will there be moderators for the virtual sessions for
No.
Q&A?
Yes.
No, no,
Yes, Barb.
Oh,
I got yes and
moderators?
no.
no,
Yes,
Oh, moderators. I see what you're saying.
no, they're gonna
yes.
be all over the place.
No,
Oh,
no.
I take that back. There probably will be a moderator. I think it's gonna be Dan might moderate that.
Okay.
Are Dan?
You're Dan.
All right. Is Dan in here tonight? Dan Fontemior, are you here? Great. So he's going to help out, and he's not even going, so he'll be helping out. He's
Virtually.
in
He'll be
Virginia.
He'll be helping out virtually.
Right. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
and the virtual, the mechanism you're going to be using is your laptop or your phone to go, and you will get an access code on Hoover to connect to all the virtual different sessions.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a Zoom link. It's like this. We're in a virtual meeting. If you're gonna have a virtual session, it will be like a Zoom meeting,
Okay.
and there'll probably be a moderator in there.
So I'm assuming the Hoover application, they can go down to laptops too if needed.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. So there's a whole new ball game here. So like if everything that I've learned about this app, I mean, Hoover is an amazing, powerful application. Our registrar, Jerry Ventura, has been telling how powerful it is and how it makes, if you're a techie person, it's amazing. It takes you into a whole different world and how you view information, see people, communicate. It blows you away. So we're
Yeah,
trying,
you could even message people, say, hey, why don't you hook me up? Well, let's meet over here, blah, 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 blah. So
yeah,
that's
this is, yeah.
kinda cool.
So it's gonna be
Is
pretty amazing.
Patricia Hollygow in here? Anyway, Patricia is from Hawaii and she's bringing a boatload of students. And, you know, they're all, I guess, college or whatever. But as a side note, 1992, Chicago, we brought, when I say we, FANHS Hampton Roads, we brought 10 students from ODU University. This was their first conference. And when they walked in, they all wore the same clothes, you know, like a uniform, said ODU. They all sat down and very, very orderly. And this is probably the first time they were out of the city because all 10 of them wanted to fit in one room. And one of them brought a rice cooker. And I said, wait a minute, come on, man. You guys can't do this. But after the first night, they said, no, we can't do this. So they separated. But that was one of the memorable things I remember when you work with a lot of the kids is that they want to be together, but 10 in, you know, those hotel rooms, no, that's not gonna work. But let's see. I think I saw, Richard, are you here? Man, I thought I saw Richard's name. Anyway. Well,
Hey, Alan, it's Emil here.
The great
I saw-
Emil Guillermo.
Wait, I just want to give an unsolicited testimonial to Huva. If you were at the New York convention, you know how helpful Huva was or is, but I don't think many people really accessed it as much. Not many people used it, but a handful who did were able to say, hey, let's meet, let's, you know, get together, that kind of thing. So I found it very very helpful. But the key thing is now you can watch, right, your different presentations on Huva on the actual app. Is that it, Barbara?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's good. You know, that's something that they didn't have, I don't think, in New York. But that is helpful. If the convention's in your palm, you know, the palm of your hands, that could be very convenient.
Thanks for being
Everybody
here.
needs to remember that even though we have this kind of technology, this is the first time in this kind of conference that we're going to probably run into some technical problems. We're going to probably run into monitoring problems. So you got to be patient because remember, we're the first to do the initial stage of how to use Zoom, Huva, and all the IT. And Arnell has done a great job of coordinating. And we're just trying to get the volunteers and monitors to take care of this.
We do have at least 15 from people from the trustees. And I know we have Hampton Roads experts there, techie like Jeffrey and Dan and Arnell. I don't think who else did we pull in from the chapter. At
No,
least
no.
help out.
Barbara, I'm not a techie. I'm very retro. I'm hands-on guy.
Well, I know you're
Paper,
hands-on.
pen. I'll help you out there. Racers.
Yeah, but it's not that hard. It's Zoom. You know, just press the button, record. You make sure you set the camera screen. It's not difficult. So
Hey, Jeff, it's very user friendly once you just be able to push a little button with your finger and laptops in your phone.
I think it's been very helpful that the trustees are actually lending a helping hand. We found out that one of the things is that getting people outside, like to be part of the conference, they had to pay registration. So I told the team, I says, look, let's just recruit from within. So Emily helped us recruit, and so we got trustees to help us with the actual monitoring of the event.
Barbara,
So
when will the trustees be informed of their tasks?
I want them to, Arnell's not here. Arnell has a script for all of you. So I'm not sure how we're going to do that yet. Probably we'll talk about it we have a meeting tomorrow. This is our last conference planning meeting. That's something that we'll probably have to nail down. But for the trustees, you'll have a script for anyone who's going to volunteer. You'll have a script, read it over. This is all you have to do. It'll be a show and tell type thing, very quick. We have a room at the conference, and it's going to have our morning huddles. It's not rocket science. You know what you have.
No,
to
I'm
do.
more worried about timing because people will be traveling Sunday, Monday, possibly Tuesday. And
Yeah.
if you're a trustee and you're traveling, you would I'd like to have that in my hands before Friday. You know,
I hear you.
where do I have to be? And
Okay.
when?
Okay, copy that. We'll just make that. We'll nail that down tomorrow. You know.
I have a question. Hello,
We got a question.
I
Go
have
ahead.
a question.
Go ahead.
How do we get a hold of the list? There's 7 pages. How can we get a hold of that 7-page list?
What list?
The one that's on the screen.
The
Oh, the
schedule.
schedule? You mean the schedule?
Yes.
Oh, like I said, it should be available on Hoover. Hopefully today. I was hoping that you guys would get an email from Hoover that says that you can access it on Hoover, but I don't know. The plan was it'd be today. But if you haven't gotten an email from Hoover, it'll probably be tomorrow.
What's going on, Solomon?
Oh, nothing much.
Are you gonna be singing? You got a mic there.
No, no, no.
Okay, well, anyway, winding up that first night, we're gonna have a FANHS membership meeting. Then concurrently, there'll be a portion where you have a virtual session with the Pacific Northwest Filipino American authors. And then after all that, we're gonna have a welcome dance at Washington Hall, which is about a quarter mile away from from CLU. So
Yeah,
that's a very,
there's going to be a shuttle bus that will, it's only a few blocks, but long blocks, but we have arranged for shuttle buses to be available to take people down to Washington Hall for that event.
and also from Seattle U to, was it Leonard? They go,
The shuttle bus after the tour will go from the Bellarmine Hall to Immaculate, dropping people every 15 minutes. They'll be going that way until 6:30 for those who are late.
That's just for the welcome reception. That's for the
That's for the
welcome.
welcome reception.
I know,
on
I messed
Wednesday.
up. I missed it somewhere. But you want to go through the welcome reception, or that's on Wednesday? You
Okay,
had the
so Patricia just said that you can access the conference schedule on Seattle FANHS website right now.
Okay, okay. But let's see. Who's out here? Anyway,
Someone has asked on the chat, they wanted to get some info about the reception and the shuttle bus. The shuttle bus will be designated in front of the Bellarmine parking area, and then they will go to Immaculate and drop off all the people there for the welcome reception. And they'll be doing it from 4:30 till about 5:30 for the latecomers. And then later on, they'll be start going at 7:30 to 8:30 to drop off anyone back to the SU campus. Did you want to fill in what the reception is going to be, Barbara?
Well, the reception, there's going to be a lot of activity there. We're going to have an adobo cook-off, and this is in memory of Don Mabalan. She was a trustee and a scholar for FANHS and passed away about 2-3 years ago. And she also had written a book for children. It was called Journey for Justice, that sold very well within the FANHS community. Emily Lawson, who is our national president, was very close to Don and wanted to commemorate her. And we have this adobo cook-off, and it's because Don had entered her adobo in a contest and won. And she had a secret ingredient that I think it was Philippine sea salt that gave her the winning prize of having the best adobo. I don't know what contest that was at. Anyways, we're going to have that adobo cook-off. There's going to be a panel of celebrity chefs who's going to be judging the adobo, and then there's going to be a DJ there to play some music. But we'll also have I think Emily planned to have a panel of the judges to talk about Philippine cuisine. Also, there is, I think that's all that's happening. Oh, we're gonna have a palenque. It's gonna be outdoors so people can see what people are bringing. There's gonna be some barongs, some turnas. There's also, I think, Titania is gonna be bringing her malongs and stuff from Mindanao. And there's gonna be some other people bringing in stuff to sell. That's gonna be the only time they're gonna have the palenque, I believe, because we can't sell stuff at Seattle University. Yeah, so it's almost like a little baby festival with food and fun and whatever, just to welcome people coming in. Yeah, I think that's all that's happening that day. Just remember that we start early in the morning at 9 o'clock. Oh, if you want to register early too, we'll have a registration table so that you can get your badges and your bags and some of the schedule, the updated schedule. That's going to also be downloaded on Hulu, but you can have a printed copy of the program. Also, that's going to be, it's the souvenir program that we're going to be giving people. That's going to be at the welcome reception on Wednesday. Anything else? Questions? There were some other questions on the chat you want to address. I think I saw someone ask a question about, well, there's 22 people on chat. Alan, do you want to check the chat?
How you do that?
There was a question about the students who are coming from Hawaii,
Yeah.
and they wanted to know if they can meet other students in the Zoom, but they can also probably do that in Huva and Zoom. And like they said, that technology is going to be available to those students with the monitor or whoever the moderator is.
Yeah, and then we got another question here for people presenting in person. Will they be required to wear masks at the podium? Okay, because TCC, we have a splatter shield between an instructor at the podium and students.
Don't know that. That's something I'd have to ask Garnell.
Well, I think Seattle U, if they have a certain protocol, they may have a splatter shield with the podium. Depends on if they're going to enforce that or not. That's a question we have to bring up to SU.
Yeah, and that gets to Joanne provided us the current Seattle University's mask policy.
What does it say? Did they change it?
It's in the chat. It says consistent with current conditions, public health requirements, and state and local guidance. Face coverings are not required to be worn indoors or outdoors by members of the campus community, regardless of vaccination status, except that face coverings are required to be worn in the Seattle University Health Center, Seattle University. It lists a number of buildings where they are required to be worn. And she put that in the chat, and she also put the URL for that.
I think there was an update. I think that was a March.
That is correct. It is a March.
That was March, and then there was another update after that that says that they are reinstating the mask policy, that you do have to wear it indoors.
Okay. Well, that also brings me, because I'm going to be working Wednesday at the archives.
Yes.
And I'm bringing a bunch of gloves for people that want to go through records, but
Okay.
are there going to be masks at the archives?
I think so. We have enough masks. We'll
All right, we
make
just
sure
need to
of
make sure we get some down at the archives. That's all.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me see other questions. We've answered Huva.
There's a dorm question on the chat room.
What's the dorm question?
That's what I'm
The
going down.
contact for the dorm.
Yeah, I'm going down. I'm going through the questions in the order that they've come. Yes. Basically, it's, hi, Alan. It's from Patricia. And what Patricia's question are, bringing 8 high school and college students from Hawaii. It will be their first time staying in dorms. Are there any other students going on Zoom? I'd love to connect with them and other students. And it
Hi,
sounds,
this is
In-
Patricia.
in
Go ahead,
addition,
Patricia.
Patricia, if you really want your students to really meet,
Yes.
chocolate macadamia nuts. Bring a whole boatload and we'll
Yeah,
make the
we're-
announcement.
We're
We'll make
definitely
the
bringing food and snacks. I just wondered if there was anyone on this Zoom call right now, if they know of any of their own students or young
Oh, no.
people.
No,
that I
they're
can
studying,
connect
they're studying, Patricia.
All right, we'll figure it out. We'll find out.
Good to see you.
Thanks for organizing this.
Okay. Who do they contact about dorms, Barbara? That's a question.
Who did they contact about
Yes.
dorms and registering to get into a dorm?
Don't know. The question isn't in details, just who do I contact about the dorm? So I don't know if they're talking check-in. You may want to describe the check-in process.
Yeah, I think everyone is staying at Bellarmine Hall. So when you check in, they're going to be giving you some information. You'll get your key. You'll probably be getting a map. You'll be getting, I believe, your food vouchers. If you ended up buying food at the Cherry Street Market. And then if you want to include, like if you want a fan, you can buy that. You can rent that, I believe, or anything else that they have that you don't have. They have a list. You can look that on the website. Seattle, I think we're going to be like in the high 70s, low 80s by the time you get here. For some people who are coming from very hot places, that's going to be pleasantly comforting for them. For those of you who think that's really too warm, there are fans available. I don't think that Bellarmine has air conditioning, but the weather's will be mild. It's like it's 75 here in Seattle right now. It's nice from 90-degree weather.
And what about rain, Barbara, right now?
It's not,
What's it looking like?
there's no projection of any rain. If anything, it's not more than 6%, but it hasn't rained for a while now, but they
Okay.
project to be nice.
Cheryl asks, do I need to print out the parking permits?
There is no, let me tell you about the parking permits. I'm personally working on that. The parking permits are virtual. So I am going to, those who bought parking permits, I'm going to be sending you an email, and there's a hyperlink for you to register and give them your license number. Now, if you're renting a car, you're not going to know that license, right? So you're going to have to wait till you get your rental car, and then you go into that hyperlink and just report what that license number is so that you can park at SU. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be just go into your phone and just click onto that hyperlink and just type it in.
And then keeping on the parking, which parking lots are available to the participants in the conference?
I want to say that it'd be best if you park at Campion. That's the largest parking lot there, and it's covered, so your car won't get hot. It's probably the best place. And then it's a nice little walk, to get into to Piggott.
Yeah.
All the activity where we're going to be looking at classes and everything, there's 3 buildings. No, it's just 2 buildings. It's Piggott, that's where all the classrooms are, and then Wyckoff, which is right across the breezeway there. That's where the films are. The roundtable discussions have been moved now from Campion Ballroom into Piggott. Everything's in Piggott. So the large classrooms, there's one downstairs, and then the 2 other ones are upstairs on the 2nd floor. So that's where all the activity is. Won't be far. The cafeteria is not very far. You just have to walk down the breezeway. It's a campus, so it's a nice little walk, and it's right there. It's all very, very close.
Okay, and then I'd like to recommend if you're flying in, there are wonderful map stands, good Seattle maps on the Metro, because I did it last year, but also if you go to Seattle University website, you can print off a campus map.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend you do that. That'll be a big help to you too.
Mhm.
Can we also access the conference schedule on the, yes, Seattle FANHS website? I
Yes.
believe you can, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Going. Some of us from Hawaii will arrive at Seattle University very late at night.
What's late?
Yeah, Millie, what is late?
What day?
It says
And what
10:30.
date? That's all good questions. Yeah.
They said 10:30 p.m.
Yes, but
Okay.
what day?
What day?
We're coming in on the 9th.
Oh.
Oh,
Some people are
that's not
coming
even
in.
late. That's,
The conference ain't until the 11th.
Yeah, but we want to come to the tour of Pinoy on the 10th, but we're arriving late at night on the 9th.
could you, oh my God, how many people are we talking about? I have to let them know. You want to check what? See, we didn't know what time you guys were coming in because you want to get to your room, right?
Yes.
Um, So we have to figure out how you're gonna get your keys. What time are you coming in?
When, well, our flight arrives around 10 o'clock at night
Oh,
and then
Lord, geez.
at SeaTac. And then, so it'll take about what, 30 minutes to get to Seattle U?
Well, you have to get your bags. You gotta get your.
About an hour.
Okay,
About
so
an hour.
about an hour. So it'll be 10:45, 11-ish.
Midnight.
Really
How
late.
many people in your party?
Right now, I know of 2 people, but I know there are some other people coming in the following night also around the same time.
God, I wish I'd known this earlier. SU is asking all of these questions right now. I don't know when your arrivals are, so that has to be coordinated. Okay, Millie, it's you and who else? At least I'll get you.
I know Clement Bautista.
Clement.
Yeah, I'm catching a ride with him over from the airport. I
Okay.
don't know who else
That's
is arriving.
Well, I think what should happen right now, if people are coming in late, and this is like after 9 o'clock or after 8 o'clock, I have to inform SU. And that means that they probably will have a staff person there, or Jerry Ventura is gonna have to pick up your keys and meet you. I don't know how we're gonna do this. Cause like they're only, well, they said 24 hours, I believe, on the in the SU website. But we have to alert them how long it's going to take for you to get in.
Yeah, well, whatever you folks do over there, we would really appreciate it.
We'll make our best. We'll do our best on trying to handle the situation. So thank you for alerting me, and I will tell SU.
Okay, next question. From Emil, are the rooms ventilated? Can windows be opened in the classrooms?
You break them.
In the classrooms? Let me think.
No, they'll be ventilated, but there will not be windows.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so because I noticed there are going to be size restrictions on the rooms, right? Like 75%, you said?
Correct.
Yes.
So, okay, so, okay, and then the question I had is, when you list all the different picket rooms, those are each picket room, each presenter or set of presenters in each room, all simultaneously in that one segment, correct? It's not all like one. I mean, I was trying to figure it out. There's what, a number of different picket rooms, right?
Correct.
Okay, all right. I just want to see if I was reading the spreadsheet correctly. Thank you.
Yeah, we have 7 classrooms, I believe, and then we have Pickett Auditorium. That's going to be where we have our large panels. That's where that's going to be held. So we're all going to be in one. You're in high school.
Yeah, and so you were saying that each each presentation will be videotaped for Hoover purposes or?
Zoom purposes for recording, but you can also access it on Hoover because there are some virtual presentations that you can access that presentation because they're not going to be occupying a room.
Right. And whose camera will be used to do the Zoom, from the presentation?
We're
know.
we're using PCs that
Okay.
are in the room.
Oh,
And
okay.
and there's a web camera there also, but we're only going to be focusing on the speaker and not the crowd.
Right. All right. So they're going to be there in addition to whatever laptop I might bring. They will have equipment.
What are you going to use your laptop? You're going to be,
Well, I wasn't thinking of using it, but I was going to bring it in the event that, because I write and do other stuff. But in a room, are you saying there's going to be equipment there for every presenter in that room? So dedicated to that room and presentations from that room?
yeah.
Okay.
But Emil, well, not just Emil, but if any presenter plans on using like what do you call it, slides or not slides, but projects your pictures and stuff like that, I believe you need to email the file or contact Arnell. It's on the instruction sheet. I saw that. So like if you're going to do any type of showing of slides.
That's if you're a presenter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know if the presenters know that. They need to.
They do. The program committee told them if you're using any PowerPoint slides that you'd have to contact them.
Yes.
And make sure that's in some kind of order so that it'll be used for that room.
I chose to only use imagination this time, so.
Well, that leads
To minimize the technicals.
Well, Emil is leading us into a wonderful segue to Cynthia, which is on this topic of do we need to bring our own computers for presentations, or will it be somebody who will help with tech setups? And if they're like me, they're probably working on their presentations up until presentation time. So in other words, what I'm hearing from you is if we were doing it as TCC, the lectern would allow the presenter to put a USB in, project their presentation up on a screen. They could do it all their own.
Right.
Or now they're going to have to do this through Arnell.
You could bring you could bring it on a thumb drive and use the PC that is available in the room.
So so Cynthia should contact Arnell, correct? Because she wants to know who to contact to upload the file.
Yeah. Arnell.
Yes.
Okay. Can
no Apple computer.
No Apple.
Could
No.
I interject about that? Because if you're talking about presenting a file on the wall, or you're talking about projecting in the laptop, because right now, as it is, it's set up only for the Zoom and Hoover and attachment via email, and Arnell can set all that up. But,
Yeah, let me get Cynthia. Cynthia, go ahead and answer your question and engage in the discussion because you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, thank you. So what I'm looking for is I have my slides on a Google Drive, and I didn't know if I need to put it on a thumb drive and just bring the thumb drive with me because I do have a Mac, and if we're not using a Mac, it's not going to be compatible for me to bring the computer. So in this case, do I do both, send the file to Arnell just so that way he can upload it, and just in case, put it on a flash drive?
Yeah, put it on a flash drive.
Okay.
Put it on a flash drive. Did you get any instruction from the program committee about if you had PowerPoint slides that you wanted to use for your presentation? Did they provide you any instruction?
No.
So I can answer that. This is Patricia. So
Okay, thank you, Patricia.
Cynthia, I asked the same question, and they just suggested that you have it on Google Slides that you can connect and hook up and bring your own adapter. But just in case, email him the actual file, maybe download it as a PowerPoint. So if there's any technological glitches, you have that there on file, and or bring a flash drive. So because I'm like also like many of you guys, adjusting my presentation until the last minute, and that's through Google Slides that you can do that. But it's just safe to have it on a flash drive and hard copy to him as well.
Okay, the next question is from Elaine Pasqua.
thank you.
Elaine, can you go ahead and come up and ask your question about Flow doing a reenactment of Ward's Cove, then panel discussions, because you say you're going to have to use PowerPoint, slideshow, etc.
Yeah, I think, hi, everyone. I'm sorry. I think the last person had answered that. So we just need to make sure. We were planning on bringing all of our own equipment except for the projector. Barbara, do we need to bring our own projector
You project your PowerPoint slides onto a.
Yeah, to the
they have
wall.
that- No, that they have that in the room.
Okay.
Did SU say they do have a projector?
Yes,
Uh,
it's equipped in the rooms.
okay.
If, Elaine, again, I'm doing what we have in Virginia colleges. What Virginia colleges have now, please excuse the F-18 Hornet landing in my backyard. If it's like the Virginia colleges at the lectern,
Yeah,
if you have a USB port or a CD, you
Just
can
plug
plug
in.
everything in. They're going to have flat screen TVs. Nobody that I know of is using projectors anymore. They have flat screen TVs. So everything can go up from the lectern up to the flat screen TV. Or you can put a USB into the flat screen TV and somehow whatever you have on it can be projected on the flat screens. Do you understand what I'm saying?
yeah, but I don't think we have a flat screen TV. in
No,
most-
that was not requested to shoot a flat screen. So if you're gonna do a projector, I've seen the little tiny ones that when we were working with some of the university, they had these small projectors in conferences and they go through the white wall. But I don't know, how big is your projector, by the way? Is it a small compact or is it a regular size projector that is carry like a suitcase?
We don't have one. We weren't sure if it was going to be provided. So if we need to bring one, we'll have to look, we'll have to get one.
I think the rooms are equipped with a video. You want a video projector to project whatever is on your laptop to make sure it
Correct.
goes on the screen. Yeah,
Right.
the rooms are equipped with that.
Okay.
Elaine, what does FLOW stand for?
Filipino Lawyers of Washington.
Oh, did you present
Washington,
at New York? The Ward's Cove, was that you?
No, those are our colleagues. That was Fala, New York. Yes.
Now, that was really good. That was really
We
good.
have their script, so we're using their script. Yeah.
Good. Looking forward to that.
And that is all the questions that we have on chat, Alan.
Okay, well, one thing that everybody, please, this FDR Marine, his name is Jeffrey Acosta. He used to work at the MacArthur Memorial as an archivist. He's our historian, and he's going to be running as a trustee. So please vote for Jeffrey.
Is this a political announcement?
Absolutely, everything's political. Because,
Hi, Uncle Pete. Long time no see.
okay. At this point, we went over 5 minutes. Like I told you, we try to do our programs or our FANHS Now sessions in an hour. We went 65 minutes, so everybody did well. Like I said, this is going to be the first. This is going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Barb, you have nothing to worry about. You get enough sleep.
Are you kidding me? I work until midnight or past 1 o'clock every night.
It's hey, I feel you, girl. I feel you because I
No, you
can't.
don't. You don't know this pain. You
Oh,
don't
I've
know
been
this
there.
pain.
I've been there.
It's worse
Not
than you
really.
don't know labor. You have never had labor.
Labor? No, I did not have labor. No. But anybody else want to say something, or what are you guys looking forward to in Seattle besides the dance?
Alan, can I ask a quick question?
The great Emil Guillermo.
No. I have a question. I'm down to do some kind of open mic and MC on Friday.
Friday.
What does that entail? I guess there will be singers and I just have to do like a Dick Clark thing. Here they are, here they are, here they are. That was here, right? I mean,
It's all impromptu, Emil. That's why they picked you to be the MC.
oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Well, look, I just wanted to know,
You
like
may
how-
be able to do a part of your act too, because like when they switch,
yeah,
singers.
after it gets, yeah. All
I
right.
believe the Barbara don't have like six singers, Barbara?
Six singers.
The P9 divas. So Emil, you can relate to the song, you can bring a memory. You can actually talk to the divas. I mean, it's your
Oh,
show.
they'll let me talk and maybe touch them a little, not,
You
I mean,
can't
in a
be
nice
touched.
way.
I don't know about touching them,
You
okay?
can't be touching them. Yeah,
Okay.
don't be touching
Are they like 20s music? I mean,
No.
them. They're singing mostly jazz.
oh, jazz. Yes.
Alan, real quick, I was looking at pictures of the classrooms in Pickett Hall or whatever it's called.
Pickett Hall, yeah, Pickett Hall.
Okay, they have overhead projectors. Boy, they are behind the times. Yeah, but they do have overhead projectors. I'm looking at them now, the two classrooms.
Is that good or
Are
bad?
you looking at the 3 large classrooms?
I'm looking at
101, 102, 103?
It doesn't say, it says Pickett building, small classroom, Pickett building, large classroom.
Okay. The
And
small
they do have
classrooms-
overhead projectors, both of them.
The small classrooms do not have overhead projectors, but the big, like amphitheater style, do have something like that, very similar. And again, it's going to be up to how we're going to set up the microphones and the equipment that Arnell is going to be doing.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to get some answers here by looking at what is on the Seattle University website. And the projectors are located, they're attached to the ceilings. I don't know how they pull them out. You can deactivate them, but
But it's probably a media cart up front, in the lectern or the podium.
yes, there is a
Yeah.
media cart in both of them, lecterns up front, yeah, or podiums.
Mhm.
But that means, I mean, those look like they're permanently stuck in the roof.
Yeah, it's an attachment setup, like a wireless setup somehow, where they have it in the podium, wherever the equipments are there to do to the lecture.
Do we know where Flo is going to do their presentation? Which classroom?
Did they give you a time, Eileen?
10:30 to noon
On
On
Thursday?
Friday.
What room?
On Friday. I'm not sure what room.
Yeah, we don't know yet. They're assigning rooms right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Elaine, I would just get there early and try and do a dress rehearsal and get hold of Arnell.
Okay.
And don't trust anybody.
Speaking of that, Jeffrey and Alan, I guess we're doing a dress rehearsal, right? So people will know for your, just to check the equipment out, right?
It hasn't been confirmed by SU yet. I made the request,
Yeah.
but because like their technicians are going to be working on our setups on the 10th and they're going to be done at 3 on the 10th. So I'm thinking that if we're going to go in there, it has to be the 10th.
Okay. So everybody will be invited, I guess, on this crowd to see what it's like, just to practice.
No, we
No,
just said,
no.
no, we ain't gonna do it. You
Well, they're
can't-
gonna have a dry run. That's what they're saying.
It's
well,
only
it's just
for
a dry run.
equipment,
We
dry
don't want
run.
any people
not-
in there. They're not supposed to be
Yeah.
on campus. It's just gonna be allotted for staff.
No, this is the virtual dry run. I think that's what they're gonna do. Is nobody gonna be there?
Yeah, but we'll do the virtual like from here. We're not gonna send out the Zoom link, for that day. The Zoom links are only for the conference. You see what I'm saying?
I
You
don't know.
don't see what I'm
I'm
saying.
confirming it with Alan and Jeff. They're gonna do something to practice, so I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You have to talk to Arnell. He'd probably give you a Zoom link then, if you guys are gonna
Yeah,
practice.
no, Edwina, we're waiting to hear from Arnell on that.
Okay.
for the
And
time and
Arnell-
place.
And Arnell is waiting for Seattle U.
Right, and Leonard's correct. That's not for public consumption. That's just to make sure
Right.
the systems are operating.
Correct, correct.
Yeah,
And if there's some hiccups in any of the technology that we have, just be patient because, like I said, this is the first time SU is doing a hybrid with virtual and face-to-face. So we will run into some issues, but we're going to try to run our monitors and moderators and Arnell to iron out a lot of that stuff. So a lot of patience is going to come from everyone, including the participants and presenters.
yeah. For those of us who are educators, think of it like being the first day back at school after the summer. The techs have come in and changed everything in the classrooms, and you got to learn it quickly.
Exactly.
Okay. I am going to stop recording here. And once I stop recording,